What?
Okay.
All right, welcome to episode 6 to Building Muscle, and you're gonna see right now me getting my measurements in the areas I want to see growth, which are biceps, shoulders, chest, and some quads. So we're gonna go through it, and I'm gonna tell you real quick on what I got with the measurements. So for biceps, I went up to like 14.3 inches, and it was flexed. My left was 14 and a half, and then my chest was 37 and 3/4, which I didn't expect that to grow because I didn't really focus on chest over this 2 months. Shoulders grew, which I expected. I was hitting shoulders way more frequent than I would do chest or arms. Quads grew a little bit more, but am I happy with where I'm at right now? No. Do I need to keep putting in more work? Absolutely. My biceps, again, very stubborn area on my body. They haven't really grown that much because, to be honest, I haven't made them a big enough priority this past 2 months. And I'm going to be honest, I haven't. So that's something that I'm really going to focus on is hitting that muscle more frequently, the biceps, and hitting it from all different angles to make sure that my bicep grows properly. Um, and I'm actually going to Florida on October 15th. So right now I'm just having fun with training. And then when I get back, I'm going to hit it hard. I'm going to focus on a whole different new training program based on these goals. And I'm going to take you along with me and show you what I'm going to be doing from start to finish and how we progress forward and how we shift into a different program. So we're constantly, the body's trying to play catch up with me. We don't want the body to adapt. So it's just, we want to constantly shock the body, and that's where you grow. You know, you want to be uncomfortable when you're training. Your body should be uncomfortable when you're putting resistance on it. That's where you see growth. So we're gonna go into that in next training series when I get back from Florida. But as of right now, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing right now, trying to maintain, eating 3,000 calories, training hard. I'm doing a new program, which I'll be showing you up here. You'll be seeing it, GBC, which is big movements. So I'm relatively going to be leaner when I'm doing it. Calories are going to stay the same, but I'm looking to put on at least a pound of muscle doing it. And I leave to Florida in 2 weeks, so I'm looking to try to do that before I go. So that's what I'm doing right now. Other than that, I really hope you enjoy the rest of the video. If you haven't, go check out episode 5 on me taking you through some stretches for your chest and your lats prior to your upper body lift. Other than that, make sure you do leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It only helped me as a small YouTuber trying to grow my channel. Again, enjoy the rest of the video. Let me know what you think. Take care.
So it makes sense why I am where I am with my body. With the last 2 months, building muscle, showing you what it takes. But me being human, things happen, and that's okay. I'm not gonna get bent out of shape about it. But I want you to know that, like, when you want something, go after it. And no matter what happens and what tries to take you off that rail of going forward, it's okay. Like, get back up, keep going forward, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I told you right away. I told you, I didn't tell you in the last 2 months ago, but I should have, but it's okay. So I'm going to Florida, I told you that. And I know when I come back from vacation, I'm gonna hit it hard. I'm gonna hit it hard, and I'm hoping to see a lot of growth. And I'm gonna make sure, we're gonna keep this band going. We're gonna keep it going. I'm gonna show you everything that I'm doing to make sure that I'm gonna get those results that I'm looking for. But in the meantime, I do a little stretching here just because I need to, based on my assessment. I have tight lats, and I got tight pecs. Not as bad as tight pecs, more lats than anything. So I got to make sure that I'm constantly stretching those, and I'm just gonna show you what I'm gonna do real quick. I don't have my mic on. I'm filming this from my phone because my camera died. I know, rookie mistake on me, but I'm gonna stretch, and then you're gonna go from there. Dude, your hands are looking good. We haven't done. No, it's sweet because you're bringing them back to your face. Like, every punch you're throwing, you're bringing it back. You're not throwing a punch and letting your face stay open. You're bringing it back, and right when you touch your face, you're throwing that cross. And wow, that means we got to start the circuit. So we're gonna go right into the circuit. So no, row. Yeah. Get an athletic position. Good. Atta girl. Good, keep going. Drive. She hates me right now. When it comes to physical, like, exercise like this, getting the heart rate up, sometimes I don't count, and she doesn't know that. Because it's not exercise where it's getting tension on the body like a weighted squat would be like. So right now I'm gonna have her do a strongman stuff where she'll be putting the ball up on the box. Again, just getting that heart rate up, mimicking a deadlift again, but something different other than a weight training style, just because she had a different kind of day, so she wants to get her heart rate up there, and that's exactly what we're doing. Hopefully that you watched that part where I put the GBC section at. That's why I said pause the screen so you could read it and understand what kind of program that is. So we're getting close to the end of the video. I want to talk about some key things that I utilize when I do my training based on my goals. I want you to remember too, when it comes to building muscle, there is not just one way of doing it. I know the traditional way to building muscle, let's just do the bodybuilding split bro routine, one body part each day, focus on that 5 days, 6 days a week, and keep repeating that, and then hitting different exercises for that body part. That's great, that's gonna work, but it's only gonna work for so long. And that's where your body adapts. For example, I had a client that was progressing each week in her weight, and all of a sudden we get going to a new week and we hit our same lifts. She ended up not hitting her required weight that she hit last time. And that just shows me, as a coach, we reached her peak in that training program, and I should have saw that coming, but I didn't. I learned from it. It just showed me that it was time to move on. When you reach your peak, it's like you have a good week. You're just going increasing in weight, and then you have that next week hitting the same workouts or exercises for the same reps, tempo, rest, and everything, and everything just doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel like it did last week. That means you peaked, you reached your maximal performance during that program, and that's awesome. And then when you notice like the following week that you're not doing that, you want to deload. So deload meaning instead of 4 sets, 2 sets. Keep that weight heavy, just like you did last week. Keep it heavy, follow the tempo and everything, and then get ready for a new program going into next week. So stuff like that. I just want you to know that there's not always one thing or one way to doing it. I know there's a lot of YouTubers out there that just post workouts, hitting body parts, the traditional bodybuilding way, which is great, but again, you're not going to get far just doing that, because your body adapts, and two, like realistically, it gets boring hitting the same body parts, routine week by week by week. And then like a thing I used to do when I was training like that, I would just switch up the days of what I'm hitting, and that's great, but I just was running out of room on what the hell, how should I hit this? And my body became stubborn and adapted like hell, to that 10 to 12 rep range of hypertrophy. And man, I have reached a totally different reservoir in my training, and how to train based on goals. And bodybuilding, yeah, that's one of them, but there's a lot of different ways that we could go about training. But right now, key things I want to talk about before I end this video that I want you to utilize before you train or start your training program. 1, always stretch before you train a proper or a specific muscle. Stretch the way I showed you stretching in episode 5. I hope you watched that video. I know it's a longer video, but I hope you watched it. I talked about how to stretch properly before you train a certain body part. Have a plan. Have a plan to follow. If it's 3 to 4 weeks, if it's 4 to 6 weeks, based on your training age, based on how you adapt to each exercise. Are you a slow learner when you come to exercising? Do you respond slow, or do you get it right away, where you're going to be adapting fast, and that's when you could change it up every 3 to 4 weeks. If not, 4 to 6 weeks, that's okay. Just make sure that you want to progress each week, if that's in weight or if that's in sets. Progress by a little bit. You don't have to make huge increments in jumps when you perform or for a certain lift. Yes, you're doing the same exercises week by week, but we're going to constantly making sure that we're changing. If that's with weights, reps are staying the same, but we want to make sure that we're going up in weight, and that's when we know we're progressing. I'm just having notes that I wrote down. Yeah, I just want you to know too that there's so many different ways to attack the body instead of the traditional bodybuilding way, which is cool. When you come back to that bodybuilding way, it's going to be fun again, and that's awesome. I want you to know, though, there's different ways to attack your body for your body to break through that plateau, right? We all want to break through plateaus. We all want to increase our bench press, our overhead press, our squat, but us constantly doing that bench press for a certain amount of weight or a certain weight for a certain amount of reps, hoping that we're going to increase by next week in bench, probably won't happen. There's other ways you could increase your bench press, and in episode 5 I went in that and I went about it too. I told you legit what you need to do to increase your bench, and it made me so much stronger by just incorporating this lift at least twice a week, once a week. And I did it way more than bench press because it was a weak lift of mine, so I had to get it up. And a big thing too is I want you to notice is don't get comfortable with your routine. Your routine meaning if you're doing a split, Follow it for 3 to 4 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks, and take notes, right? If it's electronic database like Google Docs, or if it's notes like a notebook, make sure that you're tracking your weights, you're hitting the same exercises each week, and see how you feel during it. Like, are you having fun? Are you looking forward to it? Or you kind of getting a little bored? If you're getting a little bit bored, then you want to make a change and move on to something else. So make sure that you're taking some kind of documentation when it comes to your workouts, because how do we know if something's working if you're not doing that? I really want you to just focus on that, because that's going to allow you to keep progressing, break through plateaus. A big thing too on why you should document is certain lifts. Which lifts do you have trouble with? Like a bench press. When you're benching and you hit a certain weight and it gets tough, where do you have a sticking points at? Is it the mid-range of the movement? Is it the bottom range of the movement before you hit that concentric phase? Think about, where do you get stuck at when weights, or when the lifts, or I can't talk, where the weight gets heavier? Where does it get tougher at throughout the movement? Like, you could make workouts based on things that are tough for you, if that makes sense. And that's about it. I just wanted to talk about all that, and I hope you really got something out of that. Make sure you do leave a like, subscribe, comment below, and hey, I just want you to know, like, me being a small YouTuber, like, you subscribing, liking, and watching my video all the way through helps me a lot, as, you know, being a small YouTuber, and my goal is to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2020. So I know with your help, I'll be able to get there. In the meantime, I hope you do watch my videos, and keep on watching, because I know I'm getting better at this, and I know that I'm going to keep getting you value over time, because I'll tell you right now, I'm getting better and better at what I do, and my business is showing it. Like, it's proven to me that I'm getting better, and I know, like, I got to do something. I got to help more than just one person. I got to help, you know, thousands, millions of people, but I can't do that if I don't have your help, right? If I can't help you, then how am I going to help other people? All right, rant done. I'll see you possibly one more episode before I go to Florida, and then we're going to do something different. Other than that, thank you for watching. Thank you for taking time out of your day to watch my video. Have a great day. Make sure you stay zeroed in, and just keep on going after your ideal life, right? Because you dictate where you want to be in your life. No one else does but you. All right, I'll talk to you. Peace.